Join me. How are you doing tonight, Jay Cobra?
I am fantastic, and I am looking forward to this race.
Should be a good race. I didn't get a chance to follow up on the records for these runners before we started. Did you catch their records?
That is actually the thing I wanted to go look at. Both of them are 1 and 2, and now that I think about it, I knew that they. I would say their records are much lower than they probably should be. Probably the result of some bad luck.
There are a lot of good runners in this tournament who have taken losses you wouldn't expect them to take at this phase. So that's the case with a lot of runners. Not surprising at all, to be completely honest. And by the way, I don't know if anyone noticed in our chat here, but we had silver arrows as the coast item, one screen above the start.
Yeah, always good to recognize those. There are 3 things that you know you're going to need in every one of these seeds in this round. You need the wand, you need the bow, and you need the silver arrows. So knowing where one of those is right away is good. However, we know now that one item that's usually needed is 100% required, and that's the ladder, because we need that to get those silver arrows.
Yeah, we know that is needed now. Paratroopa takes a death on one of the Armos screens. Meanwhile, the Armos item was found to be the red candle, so we can now confirm that PanzerDave has picked that up. I see Paratroopa's also picked it up.
Yeah, that is a fantastic Armos item, by the way.
Absolutely.
Top 5 item probably in these flags.
Yeah, but I've seen a few seeds in this tournament where they didn't have a reliable weapon. They were relying on bombs for a lot of their kills. Even when they had 20 bombs, they would deplete them very quickly. So having a red candle takes the heat off having to use the bombs a little bit, makes it a lot easier to have a reusable source of attacking and being able to clear rooms more quickly.
Yeah. Both runners opting to go ahead and purchase bombs at 19 rupees, which is a, average price. Having to purchase that first bomb is kind of a load off your mind in a lot of ways, because you can force bombs once you have one, but getting that first bomb might be up to randomness if you don't have a chance to buy some. So it's good to do that, and now they can use those bombs, but they can also work on trying to force some bombs from enemies.
That is true, and we just found the magical staircases. Paratroopa has not actually explored those really yet, it doesn't look like. But also found a shop with some meat in. I think it was somewhere in the 80s, the meat, in case we need that today. There's level 6 that he has made his way into. PanzerDave finds a blue ring shop, vanilla 250. Paratroopa saw the Dark Knight room, couldn't kill him with a candle, and said, "No thank you, I'm out of here." He's getting pestered by the Zora right now. PanzerDave is flaming up the coast and finds a medicine shop. And that clock made Paratroopa invincible. That fireball from the Zora, he was able to just walk right through that. There's the letter for the medicine.
Dave making some little different decisions than Paratroopa made here, not taking the any road so far. So he's not quite following in Paratroopa's footsteps.
He's trying to get up to going to this cave. Let's see if he screen scrolls here or if he decides to go north. He is doing a screen scroll. So there's a cave over here. He's going to bomb open up in this area.
Yeah, I think Death Mountain this early is a bit unappealing because they don't really have a good way to renew their bombs.
Correct.
And he's only got 2 of them to deal with, so he'd have to force an awful lot of bombs to get through Death Mountain.
Well, he just found a 4-pack there from one of the Octoroks, so that'll help him a little bit.
Yeah,
6
let's see if
Koopa.
Maybe that'll encourage him to go up Death Mountain from here.
Ooh, 1 for a small secret. That is as small as you can get. And he loses that 1 rupee to a door repair.
So far is 6 the only level we've seen?
I think it is. And the old man saying he doesn't think the seed is beatable.
Well, if it doesn't have any dungeons, it might not be.
Well, there's the second one, level 8. This is a good one to dig if they can get anywhere in it, because there are 2 items in here, but it is also a big level. That was interesting. PanzerDave took a death and then seemed to do a hard reset at that point. I think he did that to get his bombs back or something. Ooh, that career was a little rude. 93 large secrets. So we now know 93. I think the medium was 27, and we know the small was 1.
So those are all a bit under average, but that's okay. Average money should still be fine. It's first quest overworld secrets, so they'll have 3 large ones to deal with.
We found the rod, by the way, in level 8, so that's obviously a very important item for these runners. It'll make it a lot easier to beat enemies now.
Yeah, that's a huge item for Paratroopa to find, and now he can go back to 6 if he chooses to, and he'll be able to cope with those dark knights much better.
Exactly, and he'll also have the exact weapon he needs to beat Ganon. That wand is because it's the swords are gone, the sharp pointy objects are gone. Any runner has to find the wand to be able to fight Ganon. Normally, Ganon would not take damage from the wand, only because of the swordless. That's the case. PanzerDave flares the hint shop vendor, and then gets the information to step over the wire, reach the power bracelet, and flares the hint shop vendor again, because why not?
Yeah, many runners aren't too fond of those step over the water hints because they're pretty vague relative to a lot of the hints that you can get from those hint shops.
Exactly. The reason he was a little upset about that is because he already knows the Silvers are on the coast. We only got a very, very quick glimpse of it. I actually had to look at the replay to see it myself, but we did get a quick glimpse of it.
Yeah, but the power bracelet being ladder blocked is at least news. It's just not extremely helpful news.
Not this phase, no. So PanzerDave is checking out the enemy roads now. One goes to the raft spot. That's not a good spot to go to. He just heads right back, doesn't check out the other ones.
Well, raft spot is somewhat interesting because that takes away half of the chance of raft being a useful item in the sea.
Yep, that's the one good thing about that. You know that's one of the 2 raft spots gone, so now the question is, do you need to worry about the other one? And the other one is one they can literally screen scroll into if they choose to from the graveyard, so they can just check that out without the raft if they wish to, and not even need to get the raft even if it's required. So
no, that's not true.
Oh, that's not true?
No.
I thought I've seen runners do that before. Okay.
You can screen scroll to the east raft spot if, which becomes the west spot if the inverted overworld is on, but that's not happening this round.
Got it, okay. So you have a Goma there in level 8. There's a locked door behind it, so it's not actually necessary to kill it unless there's an item in there, which would be the Triforce in this case. We don't know where the Triforce is in level 8 yet, I don't believe.
Yeah, that is definitely not a room with a drop in it, but it could be an item room. I don't think we've seen the second item room. So that's a bit of a concern for Paratroopa. If I were him, yeah, I would support getting out of there and coming back later.
Yeah, I'm not against that myself.
it looks like he might be ladder blocked from part of that dungeon, so...
He was.
And it's... Maybe, the ladder could be there, but it would be bow blocked, so that would be an interesting scenario to see if it comes up later, perhaps.
PanzerDave, meanwhile, is filling his wallet. Thanks to a couple of resets, he's up to 219 rupees.
Paratroopa is out of money, so I'm not really sure what his plan is here. He's heading back into... Oh, maybe he just left 8 to try to get some bombs. I'm not sure
what he's doing, yeah.
Let's see.
Maybe he did.
Let's see what it did. Oh, he's still got more directions he can go there, I thought. It didn't look like he went to the right, but maybe I'm mistaken there.
Yeah, maybe he did want to get some bombs and come back in. Well, he didn't come in with any bombs. Yeah, well, I'm a little puzzled now. Well, he was in the eye there, and that didn't prove to be anything useful, so he left again. Maybe he's leaving for good this time. Or maybe he's just trying to farm bombs in the overworld before he goes back in. Those Gibdos do drop bombs.
Yeah, in theory they do.
Sometimes.
This is why you want to make sure to keep your bomb count up. If you're playing this, always be looking to force a bomb if you can. Because once you're out of bombs, then you have to either go and buy some or find a drop somewhere, or you have to just try and kill enemies that can drop them randomly, and you're left up to the random chances that they can actually drop them.
Yeah, the RAM number generator is a cruel mistress. There's a medicine shot for Paratroopa, but he has the letter. He didn't show it yet, in case he runs into any other ones, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think he would do that until he actually has medicine for it, potentially.
Yeah, use for it.
Now that he got another medium secret here, maybe he might look to buy a medicine sometime soon.
We found level 4. And that skeleton he literally took that skeleton's heart.
Skeletons don't need hearts, so...
Not really. I'm surprised that one even had a heart. But PanzerDave took it.
Both of these guys operating on very low resources right now. 1 key and 1 bomb for PanzerDave, 1 key and 0 bombs for Paratroopa. Gotta get those numbers up to make exploring these dungeons a little easier. So Dave's gonna grab the Triforce in 4 here. I'm guessing he's probably gonna pop back in and see if he can get to the item.
Yep, he's definitely doing that. Paratroopa looks like he's heading up to the Blue Ring location, the vanilla Blue Ring location, that is. He finds the gambling district on the way, and continues north. Ooh, all these Lionels in this room, that is nasty.
Yeah, one thing that makes it a little easier to deal with is because it lags so much and there's so many sprites on the screen, they can't really shoot as many swords as they could otherwise. You could see as soon as he killed one, all of a sudden they started shooting a bunch more swords.
Makes the room a lot more dangerous very quickly.
Looks like the item is up in the north with where the Triforce was as well. So we'll see if he can actually get there. There's still a chance he could be ladder blocked in this level. He's got to use his key.
Ooh, those were those canes that the Lionels were throwing?
Yeah, in Dave's sprite set here, he has swords replaced with candy canes because he's got like a Santa Link. And that's why he also has Christmas trees on the overworld.
Yeah, I saw the Christmas trees.
Right.
Got the key for the skeleton. He doesn't need to hang around, doesn't want to open that locked door, so might be thinking about it. Nope, going back. There's another 93 for Paratroopa, found a large secret. This room can be a little tricky. Ooh, nice dodging. Oh, took a hit there, though. One more hit and he's out. If they all stay up there, he's okay. He's just going to leave the two alive. That's probably a very good strategy. He's going to just get out of there. So that means if he comes back through that room, only those two will be there. If he takes the death, only those two will be there when he goes back through. So runners will sometimes do that to make rooms a little easier to go through if they're worried they might have to go back through later.
That's concerning right there. Let's see if he can bomb right from this room. If not, he might be ladder blocked from the item.
He got it.
Yeah, this is almost certainly the item right here.
Yeah, I think this has to be the item room. I think you're right. He's going to be under that trap, so he's going to... Oh, and he takes the hit. Oh, that is going to cost him time.
Yes, it is.
I think he had to walk up. I don't think it was a transport staircase, if I remember correctly.
No, there are no transport staircases.
Yeah, that's a direct walk. That's a long walk.
Yeah, it's about maybe 8 rooms. Depends on how zigzagging he has to go. But I don't know if maybe he was trying to take a boost into the stairs.
He might have been just pointing the wrong way by accident and then couldn't recover.
It certainly didn't look like a necessary death.
No, he could have just waited for a moment with the traps to make sure he didn't take the death, but he tried to rush it and the trap got him.
Yeah. Let's see what Paratroopa decides to do here. Is he also going to go back into fort? No, he's going to leave for now.
Oh, this could be a vital play right here. Let's see what's inside the staircase. He gets in this time, and it's a bow!
Wow.
That is going to be important.
Yeah. So, Paratroopa left and found 1 on the very next screen. You can't open that door there. I would use your key to get into 1.
Yeah, there are 2 items in here, but we know the bow's not in here.
Right, that's true. But not having the bow probably isn't going to slow Paratroopa down. But, I wonder if we've seen any wooden arrow shops yet.
I was trying to think that too. I don't think we have.
Right. Because, say that there is a golem blocking the ladder in 8, which is possible, we would need wooden arrows to get that since the silver arrows are on the coast.
Exactly. We've seen some nasty combinations. That would be one of those, not as nasty, but still kind of awful.
I mean, the far more likely scenario is that the ladder is somewhere else, like right here.
Yeah, it's far more likely it could be in level 1 or level 2 or something like that. Oh, hi, Lemos. He leaves the room with the 1 alive. He knows he can come back to that room and it'll be dead. So he finds the recorder as the staircase item in level 1. so we can knock the recorder off. We may get to play Name That Tune soon, so keep your ears peeled, chat.
Yeah, you can always flip back to 4 later to get that.
And Asylum, or Dave right behind.
Yeah, pretty fun sync right now, this far into a run. I mean, not quite sync, but one right behind the other's footsteps. Now, PanzerDave's not going to be able to clear this room, I don't think. So just a bomb drop there. That could have been significant if that was something like the ladder on the floor there.
I was like, PanzerDave already picked up the Triforce in here as well.
Yeah, he did. He just decided to pick it up the first time into the room, and
yep.
So he could explore the dungeon on full health.
Exactly.
Ooh!
Oh!
They both find the book simultaneously.
We're not going to want that today. In the scene just before this race, it was an Atlas, but in this one, it does nothing but cause extra fire on the wand that makes it a lot harder to use.
Yeah, that was some pretty fun synchronization right there. Both of them finding the book together.
Both runners now have a minimum of 6 hearts, by the way. Paratroopa sitting on 7, so they can pick up the +2 bomb upgrade if they so choose. They may put that off until a point where they're low in bombs, then they're just going to refill to 10 at that point. And PanzerDave takes a death to the Guerrillas. $85 on the meat, 19 on the bombs. $91 for keys.
Yeah, the keys have been kind of hard to come by so far in this seed. They both got 3 now, though. That's enough to work with into any dungeon, most likely.
Paratroopa's checking out another ammo screen here, finds more money. That almost maxes him out. That'll be about 2... Oh, it did max him out, 255. There you go. Oh, and PanzerDave's not going to get to keep a lot of that money. 93, but he only got to take 31 of it.
Alright, so we just confirmed that the white sword bomb upgrade is at, or the magical sword bomb upgrade is at level 2. That'll take 10 to 14 hearts, somewhere randomly between those totals to pick it up.
Very unlikely we'll see either runner come back to this location to pick it up, because it is a little bit out of the way.
Yeah, it kind of depends on the situation. Like, if I had, you know, at least 11 or 12 hearts and I was low on bombs, I would certainly give it some consideration.
I think in this case, we're more likely to see them look at the bomb upgrades. They both got maxed out of rupees. PanzerDave lost some to door repair. Looks like the door repair might have been 19 if I saw that correctly. So yeah, they both were maxed out. I could see them buying a bomb upgrade, and they're going to probably be pretty good on bombs depending on what that bomb upgrade is. Anything from 2 to 6 can cost a little bit of money. Can cost half your wallet, but sometimes less. So that will be another factor in whether that +2 magical sword comes into effect later.
Speaking of spending money, Paratroopa just gave some strong consideration to buying Blue Rain right there. I think the number one thing we're likely to see them spend money on is hints. But whether they buy bomb upgrades or not is kind of going to depend on if they find them.
That will be another major factor, yes. I've never seen brown Christmas trees before.
Wait, did we have a play a melody hint? I missed that one.
A what hint?
There was a play a melody to find a hint, something hint. If so, I would be heading.
I think we both missed it if there was one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I missed it when it must have been Dave that bought it, I'm guessing. So that means that there's a pretty good chance that there's a level at vanilla level 7 We'll see when
That's
Dave
a
gets up
very
there,
good
'cause
chance.
he's got the recorder right now. It could be just that there is an item that's Dig Dogger blocked somewhere.
Could be.
Certainly also possible.
Oh, there's level 7 right there.
Yeah, so Dave's checking here for an item, praying that this is the wand right here, perhaps. We know it's not, but I think he'll take a red ring. All things
I
considered.
don't think he's gonna be buying a blue ring anytime soon.
He will not, and I'm imagining that Paratroopa is going to find that red ring pretty easily too once he gets to this area.
We're getting hints on Paratroopa right now, by the way. Sail not to save the princess, and I saw no feat of strength. So Power Bracelet and Raft we now know are not required. The 57 hint Dig Dogger gazes with the ladder. There you go, level 7 or level 5 rather. I think that was.
Yeah, that's a big hint. Wow, this 7 was absolutely free. One room with the red ring, the next room with the Triforce.
This scene would not be Yellow Z Cards fan approved. He advertised that as 33 rooms of pure torture. That was only about 3 or 4 rooms of easy.
Oh, and Paratroopa's found level 5 now, speaking of. So we'll find out just how easy this ladder is to access.
And knowing that it's in there, he's guaranteed he's going to dig for it as long as it takes, because he wants those silver arrows.
Oh, there is a level at the Recorder Lake. It's level 9. What was the hint for play a melody?
I didn't see the play a melody hint, so
yeah, I'm
probably
asking.
was whatever. Yeah, it probably was whatever just said you need to play a melody to beat the game or whatever.
Oh,
There's a ladder.
Yep. So we know where all of the items that could possibly be required for this seed are already. The bow being in level 1. Wait. Wasn't the bow in 4?
No, it wasn't. It was in. No, you're right. Bow was in 4. I think that's just a mismark on the tracker. It wasn't.
Yeah, that's
4.
a mismark on the tracker. The recorder was in level 1 and the book.
Yeah, the book was definitely in 1. And so was the recorder. You're right. So we got that fixed now. And there are a few items that we may not see tonight. We know the raft and the power brace are not required. The runners may not go for the boomerangs. So if they find the items they need before seeing any of those, we may not see a lot of these things tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that Paratroopa is still gonna find the red ring no matter what, because he's gonna clear that room once he gets right into 7, and he'll check that staircase for
Absolutely
a ring or the magic key, perhaps.
Yep, I think you're right. Aquamanus awaits with recorder. Thanks for the old news.
Oh, Dave has found his wand in level 8. So, that advantage is now gone for Paratroopa. A lot of these races we like to see if they're determined by who gets the wand first. The big question now, I think, is when does Paratroopa go back to 4 and find that bow?
Yeah, Paratroopa did have a time advantage with the rod, but PanzerDave already being in the Triforce lead at the time that he picked it up, and Paratroopa just tied that up with 3 apiece now. You're absolutely right, the advantage is gone. So now it's a case of the bow for Paratroopa in level 4. He has to go back to get that at some point. We know he can get the silver arrows from the coast now, if he hasn't already.
Yeah, I'd certainly want to consider doing that as soon as it's convenient, just so that as soon as you get that bow, then then you can use it if you need to.
Since it's one screen away from the start, I don't know if he actually saw it. I saw it on PanzerDave's side, but assuming Paratroopa saw it too, being one screen away from start.
Oh yeah, he definitely saw it.
He'll probably wait until he has the bow, and then he'll just go pick it up next time he starts over because it's convenient. And he's in level 3, by the way.
Yeah, was this our last dungeon left to find? I think it might have been.
I don't remember seeing 2. Did we see 2?
Oh, yeah. 2 might be outstanding yet.
I'm not sure if we saw 6 yet either.
So, a Paratrooper must have already seen the Triforce, but he's looking for the item in level 3 here. This is time that maybe PanzerDave will be able to save when he gets to level 3. Because, he's likely not to look for the item in here, I think, by the time he gets here.
Yeah, so we'll get to see what's in here very likely, but Dave will not want to. Look at Paratroopa's key count. I don't think he's worried about the magical key anytime soon.
Yeah, you can't say no to the magic key.
Oh, there's Triforce.
Yeah, I think he already knew that was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you certainly wouldn't make the magic key any sort of a priority with 8 keys. Level 9 can suck up keys in a hurry.
I just noticed the hint, and I saw chat comment earlier, and I missed it, so I had to look at it now. Manhandla threatens on Death Mountain. Is that not where we are right now?
Yeah, when you have a shuffle dungeon hints on, then the hints can be anywhere, including in their own dungeon. Sometimes that if you have the level numbers hidden, like is an option that we commonly use.
I've seen that.
That can be a helpful hint if you get a hint for the dungeon you're in. Sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen that option. It's only level 9 in those kinds of flags that has the level indicated, because obviously you know you can't go in when you get to the first room, so...
that might be true, Chrono, but I'm thinking that PanzerDave is going to find those hints as well. Before he finds 3 and 5.
For the benefit of our viewers not watching live, the question was, isn't Para the only one who knows that the raft and bracelet are unnecessary? Right now that is true. But it is true that Dave can still come across those hints.
So this is something that's a good thing for Paratroopa. Dave is currently in level 6, and he doesn't know the ladder's whereabouts yet. So he might end up digging here for the ladder.
Paratroopa doesn't need the compass. He knows where the Triforce is. We saw it. And Wizrobes are the one enemy that you hate to see in any dungeon set in this kind of mode, because you can only kill them with bombs. And you need to get through these to open the door. I would probably leave the room, but he's going for it. He's through.
Yeah, you can't leave the room there because he had the partial damage on them. So he needed to finish killing them while he had the opportunity.
Oh, that was the raft. He doesn't want that.
Yeah, now he's gonna just get that Triforce and get out of here.
And we saw the mugger at level 6 leave your max bombs or keys, but he found a bomb hole.
Yeah, that's a pretty unideal right now. PanzerDave just had a heart container spawn on the floor and just left it there. He's got 6 hearts. That's enough to get the white sword upgrade. He's got the red ring. I think that's the biggest factor for him.
That might be why he left it, yeah. Paratroopa gets zapped by a rock. And inside the vanilla entrance to death, everything's coming up Millhouse. And I was off by 1. It was 28, not 27 for the medium secret.
Finally found the Triforce in 6, but PanzerDave's still maybe looking for the item here. It gives the next room a peek. Yeah, I think he's going to keep going. He had to kill some blue darknuts to get that Triforce to drop.
And there's the hint about Aquamanus weighing close to start, and he basically stabs him with the wand. And that's a transport.
Yeah, that's disappointing for Dave. He was hoping to get that item right there and get right back to his Triforce, and instead he's going on a little goose chase around the level.
That's not a very good transport path either. That's only a couple rooms away where that flopped him.
Yeah, at this point he's going to be going all the way down to the spine of 6 here.
Paratrooper stops in the White Sword location, goes from 0 to 10 on the bombs.
That's a fantastic timing on that bomb upgrade.
Exactly. Medicine shop. This is our first real look at Death Mountain today, I believe. Hey, there's level 2. We now know where all the levels are.
Yep, there's our last level. We knew it wasn't going to be blocked by anything because of the hints. In the fact that we've already found 9 at the lake.
It's actually kind of funny that 9 is the one that needs the mystical finding today. Doma creeps by a lake. We know. Not happy with the starting pass. He's going to go down.
Yeah. So Dave went all that way through 6 to find the heart container. We knew it wasn't going to be anything good anyway. But he left the heart container that was just sitting out on the floor before. There's no way he's going to pick up a heart container that he has to go down some stairs for.
So we now know almost everything in all the locations with the exception of one item in level 8 and both items in level 9 it looks like. We have the magical key, the power bracelet, and Lord Banana all still outstanding it looks like. And there's the Triforce for level 2. That was very quick for Paratroopa there. That's a very quick one to get.
Yeah. And nearly synchronized Triforce pickup from PanzerDave in level 6. Man, I guess Paratroopa hasn't seen... What was it, 7? Yeah, he hasn't seen 7.
7 was in the lower right, or lower left, was it not?
Yeah, I think so. So, Paratroopa is going to be doing some exploring up here that's going to turn out to be not necessary at all.
73 for the meat, so unless there's I don't think we saw the meat lock yet, but we've seen 7 Triforces picked up so far. I don't think that meat's coming into focus unless there's 1 in 8 that we didn't catch.
It's pretty unlikely.
Or it could be a 9 as well.
Yeah, there's always some chance if we haven't seen it that it's going to come into play, but yeah, it's pretty unlikely.
Yeah, it's unlikely at this point. You can usually get around it too. Paratroopa having a little difficult to get into the cave location there, and ends up getting nailed for no more taxes. By the way, we can now confirm, having just checked the number there, that's a 22 rupee door repair.
It looks like Dave's probably going to end up getting coming up here and clearing all of Death Mountain as well before he finds the 2 levels in the east. So all of that little exploration that Paratroopa just did probably isn't going to hurt him in the grand scheme of the race here.
Paratrooper is the first to pick up his silver arrows. Obviously, because PanzerDave doesn't have his ladder yet, he can't. But as I prophesized, he was waiting until time he went back to the start and just made a quick trip to get him and restarted again.
Yeah, I expect now that Paratroopa is going to head back toward the west and probably find 7 sometime soon. I wonder what his approach is going to be with 6 and 4.
Oh, Panzer almost got liked.
Yeah, not a terrible emergency when you've got the wand. You can just use it like the sword to get yourself out of there.
He burns another old man. Those old men are not having a good day with Dave. Yeah, and even if you didn't have the wand, as long as you have bombs, you can use those too, but that's obviously not ideal. You don't want to use your bombs when you get sucked up by like. Yeah, you just got hit there by the like, but as you said, use the wand to get over that. Step over the wire to reach the power bracelet that you don't need, because no feat of strength is required. Step over the wire to reach a silver arrow. Thank you, hit person.
Yeah, and then here's going to be the play a melody hint right here.
Play a melody to obtain the boomerang. There you go, it's in level 9.
Yeah, we can't say that 100% yet, but... Oh, wait, have we seen all the items?
The only level 8 has an item standing, and the only way that it could be a play a melody is if it's blocked by a dig dogger. That's the only way.
Right. I'm not sure if there could be a dig dogger in... No, there can't be a dig dogger in 8, because 8 had a Goma. So that confirms that 9 has the boomerang.
That leaves the power bracelet, which is step over the wire to reach the power bracelet. There could be ladder blocks in level 9, so that's still possible. And obviously the other item that's missing is the magic key as well, the any key. So those are the 2 outstanding items, that magic key and the power bracelet.
So, Paratroopa has found his way into 6, and he might end up digging the item as well. I think his biggest saving grace here is that he also has the ladder, so that might make combat a little easier and might result in some extra key or bomb pickups on the way for him, perhaps.
Paratrooper decides to take the door, doesn't test the bomb wall first. That was his only bomb, so he's out of bombs now.
No, he didn't have a bomb.
Oh, he didn't have a bomb, so he just gave up a mass bomb. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Yep. Was that the Triforce room? I think that might have been the Triforce room that he just opted out of. There.
May have been.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to clear that room eventually. If he's skipping it, he might find the compass to take him back there. But if he's gonna look for the item anyway, skipping that for now is the way to go. Maybe he's, in level 6, if you see a double block in vanilla, it is usually either a staircase or nothing. You don't see an item drop in it usually. So maybe he wasn't looking for the item? I don't know. I'm sure he'll happen around across the compass sooner than later.
Well, he's heading down the spine now, so he's following the same path PanzerDave did, except that PanzerDave found the Triforce first.
Right.
So that's the only difference. He's following the same path PanzerDave did otherwise, because you have to go down this spine to get around.
Yeah, he'll get back there eventually. The Paratrooper really needs a bomb drop here.
Absolutely.
Oh, PanzerDave has found his way back into 8.
This is good. We could find the magical key here.
He, I think we're ladder blocked in 8, aren't we?
Ooh, that would be bad for him. Yeah, if we are ladder blocked, that would be really bad. He
Oh,
shoots the Goma now. I think we concluded earlier it might have been the Goma, so he was trying to kill the Goma.
Yeah. There was a Goma in here that could have been blocking the item, so that's probably what he's looking at. He bought wood arrows, so he's gonna go and try to see if the Goma has the item. In his mind, maybe that Goma can have the ladder still.
It could be. There it is, magic key. We now know where everything. We now know where absolutely everything is in the seed. We can go over the full item rundown, which I can do, and most of it is in the corner, but I'll just do it orally just to cover it all here. So what we have in this seed, in level 1, we have the recorder and the book, which we don't want. Level 2 has the scrap metal. Level 3 has the raft. Level 4 has the bow, which Paratroopa still needs. Level 5 has the ladder, which Dave still needs. Level 6 has a Hurricane. Level 7 has the red ring. Level 8 has the rod, and as we just saw, the magical key. We know that the Armos item is the red candle. We know that the coast item was the magic rod. That means by process of elimination, we know that level 9 has to have Lord Banana and the croissant. Your breakfast.
That doesn't sound like a terrible breakfast, really.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, a banana, some bread, and some bacon. Pretty good breakfast. Being referred to in China as Gana's breakfast in bed.
That's a really bad death for Paratroopa there. That's
it was.
Just pure time loss. I didn't really see how he got caught up, but also I'm not sure if he bought a potion yet, but that was certainly a time to use it, perhaps because you don't want to cost yourself that much time.
Dave is still digging through level 8. You think he's just looking for the Triforce now because he does have both items here. He did get the magical key and the rod. So he's just looking for the Triforce. That's what's giving him trouble here. He does still need, again, the ladder from level 5 and also the Triforce from 5 and 3. Paratroopa just picking up the level 6 Triforce now. Almost going in order now, in a sense. Will need level 7 and level 8, but still has to go back to level 4 to dig the bow. And the question is, will he think to do that, or will he just do the other levels first? And I think he will just do the other levels first.
I certainly wouldn't be surprised if he gets the second item out of 8. Oh, that was a hilarious fireball.
I saw that too. I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to interrupt you. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
He just got punched into the staircase.
Yeah. Even if he goes into 8 and goes into 7 to look for those items before going into 4 again, I think he's in fine shape. The item in 8 didn't seem too terrible to get, and the item in 7 is almost impossible to miss. So I think he's in pretty good shape. The main thing that could hurt him is if he went into 9 without the bow. I doubt he's going to do that.
But he could also think there's 2 items in level 9, maybe it's in here, and that would be absolutely costly if he does that.
Yeah, but 9 is so big, and 4 is so small. I think you gotta go back to 4 before you go into 9. Unless you're, metagaming, trying to make a play, perhaps. But
yeah, the play in that case would be looking at item density, but of course it takes so long to dig level 9 that it can just be painful when you can just get the confirmation if it's in 4 quickly. And of course the metagame is, do you dig 4, find something that you don't need and just waste the time when you could have found it in 9 all along. So it's really a question of what a runner feels. He's found the red ring, so he knows level 7's item now.
I think that Paratroopa is probably feeling a little frustrated right now because, you know, he just took that death and now he finds the red ring, so...
In other news, Beta's people. Beta's people. And there's the Triforce. So yeah, very quick level 7 for Paratroopa as well, same as PanzerDave. Dave is coming up Millhouse again with another 28 rupees. Up to 88 rupees. Paratroopa carrying around 66. Kind of irrelevant now. They don't really need much from the shops now. He just needs a level 8 Triforce. Paratroopa does. He still needs the bow. Ladies and gentlemen, name that tune.
Oh, is he heading back to 4? He's recording somewhere. He's always going to 8 first, I think.
It would make sense.
Still a good use of the recorder to get back up there rather than walking around, I suppose.
I think we're having a little bit of a delay on Paratroopa's end here. Apologies for that, everyone. It's just probably a stream lag on his part. We don't have audio for Dave, so we're going to have to go with what we have here, unfortunately. I guess is on the tune. It's being suggested it could be the victory song from Final Fantasy. And Dave is in level 5. That's where he needs to be. He needs the ladder out of here.
Yeah, he's finally found it. I didn't see if he got the hints first to tell him that the ladder is here. It didn't seem like it was too terrible to get to.
I don't think I saw it. Yeah, I don't think I saw him getting that. Oh, and another guess is Mega Man boss fight victory song for the tune. So someone else is agreeing with that. So it could be Mega Man.
We got a little lucky with the spawn order here in this room that the magic key was in. Oh wow,
Sync
this is some nice.
By the way,
yeah, magic key and ladder at the same time. Nice.
Dave making sure he doesn't get a hand. There's a lot of them in this room, my goodness. There is a key, which he doesn't need. He has the magical key. Both runners have it now. Paratroopa just picked that up in level 8. Leok returns at the grave, which is where Paratroopa is.
I don't remember where the Triforce was in level 8. I hope it wasn't in that.
Neither runner has it, so maybe it's possible we haven't found it yet.
Oh, it must be in the bottom then.
I don't think I saw a compass either.
I think the bottom was ladder block.
He's heading in that direction now. He bombed here before, so he was down here before. This is your ladder block. Chevy room.
Either that or it's in that wizard room and just neither of them killed them, I guess. Well, we'll find out pretty quickly.
We're going to rule out the bottom right now if it's not here. Nope, it's right there. So Paratroopa has all 8 Triforces. That means that we have a trip to Recorder Lake right now, and
yeah. The only way that he can lose this race, I think, is if he does not go into level 4 right now. If he's going to 4, he's in good shape.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to see if we can give you a good listen to the tune as we get to Recorder Lake, so we can, but he's going to get to the bow before he gets there, because he's in level 4 and he's going to find the bow while he's here. He chose the correct level to dig. He is definitely going to find it here.
Well, this is the only dungeon he has left that...
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, fortunate for him, he did this before going to level 9, so he's not going to dig all around level 9 looking for the bow. PanzerDave, meanwhile, gets Triforce number 5. He has 2 left.
The other two were really quick, though, so Dave could catch up in a hurry.
Well, level 8 was down in the bottom, and the only way it's going to be, only reason it's going to be quick for him is because he's already dug most to level 8. So he should head straight for the bottom as soon as he goes to level 8. And as you said, it will be quick for that reason. Level 3, has he been level 3 yet?
Yeah, level 3 he hasn't, but it doesn't matter. The Triforce is 2 rooms from start.
It is. And there's a sword to the gut for Paratroopa. Yep, and there's that one level 3 that we were just talking about, 2 rooms from the start. So now he's down to level 8, and he should be heading straight for the bottom section of level 8, and we might have very close entrances into level 9, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to come down to the Great Equalizer.
Yeah, it's certainly looking like quite a race right here.
There's the bow. So PanzerDave will be at least a couple minutes behind Paratroopa, but it shouldn't be too far. It'll depend on how bad this level 9 is, what kind of race we're going to get here. So now we are officially going over to level 9. Just going to wait for him to get over to Recorder Lake so we can start talking about it.
Yeah, I expect that we're going to see Paratroopa probably pop into the fairy fountain before he goes.
Yeah, it's very close.
Level 9.
It's right next door. I wouldn't be surprised to see that myself. Going to take the exit out of the Lost Woods. You have to go right, otherwise you're here forever unless you follow the correct path. And he's picking up some medicine while he's at it. So 61 for the Coke today.
That's not a surprising decision either.
Yeah, better deal than getting 2 Pepsi, so there you go. And there's the fairy fountain trip that you suggested. So now he's going to head in a little bit of a U now, and he's going to open up level 9, and then we'll talk about what's going to be going on in level 9 in just a moment here. And here's the tune one more time. And that'll probably be the last time we hear that. So, now that we are going into level 9, here's what we're looking for and listening for. A couple main things we're looking for. We're looking for a room with a shutter door that does not open. When we find that shutter door that does not open, even with all the enemies in the room killed, or if there are no enemies with no enemies in the room at all, then that is where the girl is located. If you hear roaring in a room next door, as Paratroopa gives up 2 of his keys, he doesn't really need them. So if you hear the roaring from room next door, there's a good chance that that's where Ganon is, unless you have a Patra like this in the room and it's masking the sound of Ganon. But there is a little bit of distinguishable hint in that as well, in the tone to tell you that Ganon is still next door. And if you hear that in 2 specific rooms neighboring the pig, you know exactly what room the pig is in. After defeating Ganon, if you find that shutter door after that, that shutter door will open, even if there are enemies still in the room, and that's your sign that you're ready to finish the game.
So it looks like PanzerDave is heading into 9, not very long at all behind Paratroopa. Paratroopa's got a little bit of an exploration edge here, but this can turn on its head in a big hurry. It's
a huge level. I think it's about, I never have done a room count of it, but I think there's about, I want to say like 56, 58 rooms or something like that in this level, so it is a huge level. Anything can happen here.
Yes, we got 1 minute difference between the 2 of them entering 9. That really was a quick Triforce pickup for PanzerDave in level 8.
Yeah, he just had to go right down to the bottom and he knew where to look. We found a bomb hole instead of fighting the Patra. I don't think Paratroopa went this way, and oh shoot.
Didn't pay off too much for me.
So that's a time save in Paratroopa's case. Hey, another bomb hole that Paratroopa didn't check out. Will this be useful? Moblins guard the compass. I can't say Moblins, apparently. Moblins guard the compass.
Another chute. Just a good direction to find it from.
This level 9 brought to you by Chutes and Ladders. There's the ladder chute.
Interesting choice to take the stairs here. I wonder if he had that northeast section thoroughly
I heard the pig.
scanned. Oh, yep. Wow.
He's in the corner. He's right next door.
Yeah, he's in the level 9 column, top of it. You can't bomb there from this direction.
Yeah, no bomb.
Interesting.
So
I wonder if Dave's heard it.
No, Dave has not been up in that corner yet. He hasn't been up there yet. Now here's a couple shutter doors. I think you have to have a single shutter door in the case of the princess's room, though. So I don't think that can be a princess. There is Ganon.
Now Zelda could be to the left of here.
Could be, yes.
If Dave tries to go up here, if there was a path to go out from the start to get to this area, then this could be really close.
He's only a couple rooms away from the area. If he goes across that locked door,
I think Dave has a path here. It looks like it, but
we don't know where the girl is.
This is Zelda right here. It could be too late for Dave.
Nope. He was hoping it was. He paused after seeing that to see where he needs to look, and he has a lot of places to look. 3 whole columns of empty rooms.
I think he's spending so much time looking at the map here. It's driving me nuts. You gotta get going.
Now, there's Ganon's room, but that's not where he was today. He's going to be about 2 rooms away from the noise right now, I think. 1 room away from the noise. Left and up will take him to Ganon, but he's going to hear the noise in this room right now, and that's what's going to tell him. Or no, not this room, the next room.
Yeah, top column.
Here it is. Now he's hearing it. It's right over there, and he can't bomb over there. We know that already. So he's going to go south. He's going to find that he can bomb to the left. He has lots of bombs to do this with, so he shouldn't have any problems. He's in there, and he's going to try and bomb up because he's going to hear it again. He's going to know that's exactly where the Ganon is. And we're going to have, for the second time, ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon. 8 hits with the magic rod. Paratroopa's already done that. Going for a stun lock. There's 1 hit. There's the second hit. Took a little bit of damage, but he's okay. Red ring, lots of health. 3 hits, 4. He's not going for the stun lock.
Oh, I think he is. He's just not.
I'm not getting good timing on it. 7.
No. It's a 50-50 whether Ganon goes to each corner, and you got to get him to go to your corner to have any chance on.
Either way, we have bacon for PanzerDave. Now it's a race to find the girl, and even though we know the other parts of a balanced breakfast are in here today, we're not going to be getting the rest of the breakfast, just the bacon.
So, it's sure looking like Zelda might be in the northwest here, but Paratroopa is out of bombs, and that could be the difference in the race right now.
It could be a huge difference.
Yeah,
there it is! I didn't even catch it. PanzerDave just walked in there without even looking. Wow, he sniped it from Paratroopa right there. Wow. Either he knew where that was, or he just stumbled upon that in a hurry. That was amazingly fast. He sniped that from Paratrooper by, I'm going to get the official times. That was close. The official times, we have a finish for PanzerDave of 103.31 and Paratroopa 103.45. 14 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. That was a close one. And we're going to see if we can get both runners in here to chat about the seed. In the meantime, we're going to get the confirmation. Some people in chat got it. Mega Man 2 victory theme. So those who guessed the tune correctly, congratulations. I see Paratrooper in the waiting room, but we're going to see if we can get them both in here at the same time. There they are. Let's bring them both.
Hey, good game, guys. That was quite a race, to say the least. I'm sure that doesn't surprise you to hear.
No.
Yeah, I'm sure that was exciting.
Yeah, that was a great race. We'll talk a little bit about that as we discuss things here. But that was a really good race in the end. You both got to level 9 about a minute apart, and PanzerDave just snuck ahead, finding the girl very quickly after beating Gan, and Paratroopa was looking around for a little while there.
Yeah, and unfortunately just went to the wrong place in 9, and that was the end.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Jacob.
Yeah. Paratroopa found Ganon much faster than Dave did. Paratroopa was into 9 by about a minute, and then went west and explored a lot. And PanzerDave pretty much never left the eastern half of the dungeon. So that was the difference there in the end. But I'm sorry, you had a question.
Yeah, I was just wondering how far behind I was this whole thing, because I felt like I was playing so badly.
Oh, I did too, so I wouldn't worry about it.
You were about a Triforce behind for a little while there, and there were a couple points at which you both picked up a Triforce around the same time, so you stayed about a Triforce behind. The big difference to me, the two big things that I noticed in terms of what was missing, Paratroopa didn't stay in level 4 to dig the bow. He had to go back to level 4 later to get it. PanzerDave, meanwhile, didn't go to 5 for the ladder. Paratroopa had that long before you did, Dave.
Oh yeah, 5 was my last dungeon.
Yeah, that was why, because he did that one a lot earlier. He got a hint for it, and that's why he went there a lot sooner.
I never saw a hint.
Not digging the bow in 4 didn't really matter that much. I was able to go back for it later when I was I was able to do the bow faster later, and it didn't cost me any time, so that probably wasn't the problem.
Well, the time it did cost you was digging for the item in 6.
Yeah, that did cost me, that's true.
You both dug all the items, though, so there's no difference there.
Yay! We
got
100%.
100% C. Just go back to level 9 and get the breakfast now. The breakfast was in there today.
Yeah, I was about to say I found the power bracelet in there. That was just ugly. There were so many bad deaths in there.
Yeah, I had a really bad game. It was not good. Just really sloppy overall, unfortunately. Just sloppy enough to lose.
And I was just sloppy enough to win.
I had better luck, so I should have won, so that's really on me there.
I mean, my only... how long was my 9? 3.5 minutes?
I didn't even think to stop the time on figuring out where you were, because I looked away. I looked at Paratroopa. I think I don't know about Jacob. I think he did the same thing. He looked at Paratroopa, and then I looked back. I'm like, oh, Dave found the girl, and you had already triggered the cutscene then. So neither of us, I don't think, saw you triggering the cutscene with the girl.
Oh wow! I think that's my saving grace. There was as soon as I have to go left there, I immediately want to go right and try to figure out if she's stuck in that corner. Yeah, because the traditional pathing in 9, you get the up and you get the left. And as soon as up's cut off, I want to see if Ganon's on the right side somewhere.
Oh yeah, so speaking of sloppy mistakes, I would have dug 6 anyway, because when I got to that blue Dark Nut room, in my head I was thinking, well, can't be an item drop in a push block room, and the shutter just closed, so it can't be this room. And I just didn't think about the fact that it didn't have to be a push block for the shutter. It could be an item drop, and the shutter's still. So I crossed that room off my list mentally, and I would have dug 6 anyway.
Oh
that
no!
Was a huge loss of time. Yeah.
I think you got the compass before the item, though.
I did, but barely, only barely.
What was the item in 6?
Heart container.
Oh, that's right, that dumb thing.
Yeah. Something that made a difference in this race, I think, was the fact that Dave found 7 much sooner. And 7 was a free... The nicest 7 you could ever ask for. Oh, here's a red ring right here, and then here's your Triforce. And
I was like, that's 7. I was like, RBG would be pissed at that 7.
7 was the last screen that wasn't a power bracelet or a RAF screen, which I knew were both don't to save.
Oh,
so
okay,
I was like, yeah, so I got 7 last. I didn't go down that way because I didn't have a bomb at the time, so I didn't want to go that way.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially because there's no dungeons to whistle to down there. I got fortunate in the fact that I had 2 overworld spots left unchecked that were not Power Bracelet or Raft.
Yeah, I full cleared except for Power Bracelet Raft.
Yeah, there were hints. There were 2 hints in the same hint shop saying that Power Bracelet and Raft were not required.
I didn't find that hint shop. It had to have been.
The hints were garbage.
Where was the hint shop at?
Horrible. One was level Vanilla 5.
Oh, okay, it was Vanilla 5 that was missing.
The other I don't remember because I didn't mark it.
The other one was in the forest, at the shop, and I was.
Oh yeah, it was the center, near the desert.
Hey, play a melody for the boomerang is not a bad hint.
No, but step over.
It didn't do anything for me. It was nothing. It was useless.
It let me know that I should check the whistle lake when I had the whistle.
I knew where 9 was after I found 7 anyway. Because
I didn't know where 9 was.
It was the only screen I had left, so...
Oh.
And then I wasn't going to dig 9 anyway with 4, so once I found the bow, I don't care what's... So it was a 100% useless hint.
Yeah. For me, the useless ones were step over. It's like...
Yeah, I wasn't able to use that either. That was... Power Bracelet was a 9, so that didn't matter.
Yeah, it's like...
At some point I found step over for the raft, which was too late because I'd already dug 3 for that.
I didn't. I was able to at least... I was in go mode once I had the stupid ladder.
So you didn't. You lied.
I knew where it was based on the step over and find the raft, though.
Oh, it could have been Power Bracelet, but...
I had the melody, I think, hint to get
there's
Power
play the melody to receive the Power Bracelet?
Maybe, I don't know. All I know
Play
is
the melody to get the item or something like that.
Yeah.
That was a fortunate break for PanzerDave that he did 3 at the end. Yeah, I was talking about that.
A lot of time.
Yeah. That's kind of the difference. I mean, in the end, it was the right route in 9, but there were a lot of little things that added up that could have pushed the race the other way as well.
Yeah.
So, you can point at a number of different things, but it was a really good race from both of you, and I don't think either of you should think too poorly of how you played. Certainly are both better than your records to this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, what can you do? I mean, you can't beat a 45-minute seat. You know.
You can. Just go 44.
Yeah, I went 51.
There you go. That's math for you.
Yeah, I went 51 in that seed. And then Rue immediately followed up with like an hour and 30-minute while I'm like, really? I was like, you blitzed me on this one and then you go an hour 30 for the next one? Dang it, Rue. But no, that was a really close race, and I'm really glad we were able to play tonight because I didn't realize this week until about an hour ago was midterms study week for me. So, yay!
Yeah, glad you got that out of the way.
Yeah, that's less stress on me.
Being back in college myself, this is our study week too, and where I am, so I understand completely. Though in this case, it's more of a week off than study in my program, so I'm lucky.
Oh no, I'm in 2 different programming classes, and one's all about algorithms and data theory. So, yeah.
I needed this break myself. Gonna have a fun week watching some of these races coming up in the final week of the Swiss. So I expect to look for a lot more races to not only watch but also talk about like this. I enjoy doing this. But it was a really good race tonight as well, and I really enjoyed watching this race between the two of you. It really came down to about 14 seconds in the final times. Very close race, very exciting.
Thanks, guys, for having us. Appreciate it.
Appreciate the restream on short notice.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks so much for the race, you guys. Man, so as far as this tournament goes, this is the very beginning of this week, the 2 races that happened tonight. So the next race that's scheduled at the moment is Wednesday night, but there are certainly going to be some races that happen before then. So just keep an eye out on the schedule, and you'll see those races coming up soon.
Yeah, there may be some tomorrow night that we don't know about yet, so we'll see when they come on. Again, there may be some on Tuesday night. I guarantee there's probably going to be at least one on those 2 nights. So coming up. So keep an eye on the schedule. If it's on the Speed Gaming schedule, you'll see it. If you see it on Randomania, again, feel free to follow Randomania and Randomania 2 through 4. They are our partner for this particular tournament, so they are also broadcasting some of these races. If it's not on Speed Gaming, you'll see it on Randomania, assuming there is a restream at all. So
I should mention that if you're a fan of Zelda 1, either random or vanilla, there may be some vanilla Zelda 1 on this channel tomorrow night, if you want to keep your eye out for that.
I was just reviewing the schedule, and I was actually going to talk about that in just a moment, actually.
All right.
Yeah, I was actually about to talk about the speed gaming schedule. Starting the day tomorrow, the first thing we have is actually on the German channel, so it's a foreign language. I think there might be starting a new Zelda Link to the Past randomizer tournament on the German channel. I think it's along the same lines as the fall tournament, actually, because they have the different flag sets listed for that. So I think it's along the same lines as our fall tournament that we just completed. But that's at 11:20 tomorrow if you want to watch on the German channel. So there's a race in that. There's more races in that. Assuming that they get scheduled. Maybe it's just runners, streams, and not actually broadcast. I don't know. Keep an eye on the German schedule for information on what races are on that. I probably shouldn't say which one it's going to be on because I don't know that. But Wind Waker Randomizer is on at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on Speed Gaming 4. There's Link to the Past Randomizer Standard and Open and such, the regular daily races. Deltarune is at 2 o'clock on this channel tomorrow. Splatoon 2. Actually, a really cool speed run. If you haven't seen that, come back here at 3 o'clock tomorrow and watch that. That's actually a really neat speed run. I've watched a couple of those myself. Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer going on tomorrow. There's a Super Mario World race. I think this might actually be around the semifinals or the finals of that tournament, because that tournament's in the final 2 rounds, I believe, in the semifinals right now. So that's another one you might want to come back and watch. Very, very fast runs, 33-minute runs in that game to get to the end. No Star Road. Very interesting. Ori is tomorrow. What you were talking about, though, is the Zelda 1 Chase for sub 30, and this is not the first one. I think it's the second one of these we've done, but Chase for sub 30 from 10 o'clock until 1 o'clock tomorrow night. Runners are going to be trying to go as fast as they can in the vanilla game, not randomizer, but the vanilla game. So come back 10 o'clock tomorrow night to watch that. And if any of you watching on YouTube on our video after the fact, you can get our current schedule by going to speedgaming.org/schedule, and all these events I talked about will be on a different playlist. What you're going to see next on this playlist will be another race in this tournament. So I think that's a good place to wrap it up. Make sure to follow the runners. Make sure to follow my co-commentator, Jay Coper. And make sure also to follow our tracker, who was... we actually have 2 listed. Dark Falls did some of the tracking at the start, but Azarin also came in to do tracking as well. So make sure to follow them as well. And I'm Cyclone to you if you want to follow me as well. But any last words you have before we go, Jay Coper?
I think you covered just about everything there. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining us tonight, and I guess we'll be seeing you in the next race.
Indeed, and I want to say again, follow Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6 as well. Make sure to follow the runners as well. And I'm Cyclone. I want to wish all of you, chat, you're just as important as anyone else. Thank you for watching. We couldn't do this without you. We hope to see you again for the next one. Have a good night.